Ez volt tehát a nyugató. Mindenkinek további jó szurkolást kívánok a délutánra, estére. Sziasztok!
Welcome again to the Alfred Hayes National Swimming Stadium in Budapest in Hungary, the capital, of course, of this fantastic sporting country, this beautiful country. What a time we've had over the last couple of weeks. Highly entertaining, as have been the 19th FINA World Championships. Staged at late notice in many ways, but here we are on Margaret Island, which is a brilliant facility for all the local people to enjoy. Multitudinous open-air swimming pools. Some indoor ones as well, but we're enjoying the water polo at the moment. The men's competition today in the crossover matches, featuring teams from the groups that finished in second and third positions, and then they will move on to a quarter-final match next. Well, the winners will, and in this case that means the winners of this game between Georgia and Croatia. And well, what a match in prospect. Whoever wins this one comes up against Serbia in the semi-finals. Two other matches, Italy and Australia, South Africa and USA to come here in this fabulous pool a little later in the day. But for now, all concentration on Georgia against Croatia. The Georgians making their debut at the World Championships. They've won one and lost two of their preliminary games. And they're up against the Croatia side, which is unbeaten, though they were held to an 8-all draw by Greece. They've since had victories over Germany and Japan. So we are still in the round of 16, but that gradually is being whittled down to the last 8. These are the previous results then. It began for Georgia with that 14-10 victory over Brazil, but then they were just pipped at the post by Montenegro in a thriller of a match, 9-10. As for Croatia, well, Greece gave them a really tough challenge to begin with, but victories over Germany and Japan more routine. This is the pool that's being utilised here in the warmth of Budapest. Delightful facility, which hosted the final of the European Championships as recently as 2017, when the host nation, Hungary, were beaten by Croatia. Croatia, I remember, got off to a great start. Here are the two referees, Boris Margeta from Slovenia and Georgi Kun of Hungary. Yes, it was 8-6 eventually in that final back in 2017 to Croatia. So they have won the title twice. They also were victorious in Melbourne in 2007. They've won 1 silver medal and 5 bronze in this event. Always a big match for the coaches, the Croatian coach Ivica Tuchak and the opposite number Dejan Stanojevic for Georgia. As we see the first side to come across here is Croatia and Rino Buric. He actually is not allowed to play today, according to our handbook, due to a suspension. Loren Fatovic plays for the Juk club. And they get taller and taller at 6'4", Ivan Krpic. 5 is Franco Lazich, a man born in Zagreb and a man who has scored 24 goals in the Champions League for his club from Mladost. Luka Bukic, 28-year-old, in his 3rd World Championships. Played in Guangzhou as well as Budapest. Ante Vukicevic, he's with the Marseille club in France, as so many of the players here are this year. One of the younger members of the team is Marco Zuvela, 20 years of age, scored in all 3 matches. Jako Marinic from Belgrade, wearing 9. Josip Verlic from Radznitsky, the oldest member of the team and one of the tallest at 6'6". Andrea Basic. The penultimate outfield player here, Konstantin Kokov. And the final one onto the podium will be the goalkeeper, Toni Popadic. Well, there isn't a shorty amongst them. I think the smallest player is about 6'2". So they will be representing Croatia here, and coach Ivica Tuchak, been the coach as well for 10 years now, winning a gold medal in 2017 here in Budapest. So he has very happy memories of this pool. And they are followed on stage by the Georgian flag. They have limited support, but extremely vociferous support. Their goalkeeper's been outstanding, Irakli Razmadze. He's 6'5" as well. So they're losing nothing in height so far. Sandro Edishvili from the same club, Dinamo Tbilisi, as the goalkeeper and this defender as well, Veliko Dadvani. Three-year-old Niko Shushviashvili plays his water polo in Serbia, in Belgrade. Andrea Betanza was once on the books of Barcelona in Spain. And the oldest player in the tournament here, Marko Yatatsa, 39, still loving his sport. Vicha Jakai is the only outfield player on the lineup yet to score a goal. Jovan Saric, 25 goals in 25 Champions League appearances for him so far, and 4 here in the match against Brazil. Revaz Imashvili, who played in this country, Hungary, for the Zagreb club. Boris Vapensky, 31 years of age, won a silver medal in the European Championships 12 years ago. Followed on by Fabio Beraldi. He's Italian from Carpi. Dusan Vasic, 4 goals for him so far, a hat-trick against Montenegro, who we've just seen go through to the quarter-finals after beating Japan. And finally, Nikolosh Shubladze. And that completes the 13-man lineup representing Georgia. And the next thing that the crowd will be asked to do will be to get to their feet to acknowledge the national anthems of today's 2 competing countries.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be outstanding for the anthem of Croatia.
I reckon we're in the land of the giants. Absolutely huge competitors in these two teams lining up, Georgia and Croatia. They know each other pretty well. They've competed regularly in European championships, now world championships as well. Georgia should not be underestimated. They've led in every match so far, but only were able to hold on against Brazil, but suffered the narrowest of defeats to Montenegro, 10-9, and the host nation Hungary only beat them by 18-14. So they competed well for a long time in that match. Croatia recently finished 5th at the Tokyo Olympics, beating the United States of America to take that position. A lovely warm day once again in Budapest, which has been blessed with excellent weather. Here is the Georgia lineup then. Razmadze excellent in goal so far. Adishvili amongst the goals. Shushviashvili has been one of the most eye-catching players for them. And the top goal scorer is number 10 when we get down to him. Boris Vapensky, there he is, 31 years of age. A year younger than Fabio Beraldi. So that is the way Georgia's 13 are numbered. And their coach, Dejan Stevanovic. Serbian, age 36, coach since 2021. Dejan Stanojevic. He's also coached Romania in the past, by the way. And their first participation ever in the World Championships organised by FINA. A look at Croatia's starting list, with Biac in goal from Olympiakos club in Greece. We understand that number 2, Rino Buric, is suspended. But, still a lot of experience in there. And the number 10's an interesting one, Josip Verlic. He has the reputation of being the heaviest player in the world in world water polo at 287 pounds. He's the oldest, he's one of the tallest at 6'6" as well. And here is their coach, Ivica Tuchak. He was here 5 years ago and witnessed his team winning the final against Hungary by 8-6. So they know their way to the rostrum and to the gold medal position, do Croatia. 52 years of age, Ivica Tuchak. Bronze medalists last time out in Gwangju. Gold medalists on 2 previous occasions, back in Melbourne in 2007 and Budapest here in 2017. The ball is in position. 33 degrees is the information we are supplied by the weatherman. Very welcome information as the teams take up their stations, ready for the sprint. There are major fouls included in this sport, including kicking or striking, deliberate splashing in the face, interfering with a free throw, misconduct or disrespect to the referee, holding, sinking or pulling back an opponent, not holding the ball, and deliberate kicking or striking an opponent. That would result in a permanent sending off of the offending player. So we're all set for the sprint in the round of 16 match between Georgia and Croatia. Georgia in white, Croatia in blue. And it is Croatia with the advantage. Ball knocked back into the possession of Vukicevic. A rather slow advancement to begin with. Not unusual. Also the familiar red and white quarters on the Croatian cap, as well as the number, as they fend for a position for the opening goal. But they are foiled on this occasion by Razmadze. Fished it out for a corner. first of the match. From a goalkeeper in outstanding form. We've seen a lot of goalkeepers in outstanding form here, to be fair. Just another reminder, we have 30 seconds to find a goal. And find a goal they do. Croatia leads by a goal to nil. A really easy finish at the end of the day, though, for Luka Bukic. 1-0 Croatia. All he had to do was raise his arm and deflect the ball in. Look at that for a perfection pass. Unmarked. Great start for the Croatians. No lack of unity in the Georgian side, and they have extremely vociferous support in front of me. In the possession for them is Vapensky. Immediate chance for Georgia to hit back with Vapensky. Doesn't go for goal himself. Well, it was floated into the middle. Changing of positions here to try and forge a route to goal. Somebody's got to take it on, and he took it on successfully as well. Scores all square again because the ball is put into the Croatian net by Boris Vapensky, who's having a great tournament. He really is. It's 9 goals for him now, including a hat-trick against Hungary and 4 goals against Brazil. So Vapensky equaling things up once again. Well, once again, you can hear all the voices around the pool. With it being an outdoor facility, Croatia looking to regain the lead. Ball reversed into the centre of the pool, a centre position on the 5-metre line. You can score goals from outside the 5-metre line, but they are something of a rarity. Not total. Wraps it in with the left hand this time. Croatia has the lead once again. It was the number 12 on this occasion, Konstantin Karkov. Good angle for him, didn't miss. Took his time over it. 1, 2 little feints, 3 feints, and a flourish. 2-1 Croatia. Noticeable, by the way, that Shabladze is in goal now for Georgia. They do utilise the 2 goalkeepers. At any stage of the game, there can be changes. Other substitutions happen often in very quick succession. There was a chance for Georgia to equalise again, but they were unable to take it on that occasion. So the sprint out is on. Up to the other end of the pool as quickly as can be, but with all of them around 6 feet 6, 6 foot 7, 6 foot 8 even, they get there quickly. Battle of big men. Well, that was a clever manoeuvre. Still not a shooting position. There is now, but it's crashed against the outside of the upright from that effort from Andrija Basic. We've got a hat-trick in the match against Germany. He plays his water polo in Greece. Julia Jimeni. And again. Just 6 outfield players and a goalkeeper, of course. Croatia trying to find a third here. Once again foiled by Shabladze. Good goalkeeping. Doesn't matter whether it's Shabladze or Razmadze. They have really good goalkeepers. Shabladze actually plays for a club in Montenegro, in Kotor. But this is Georgia's turn to look for a goal in the first quarter still. It won't come via that move. Not yet halfway through the first quarter. Croatia on the move. Looking up, he would have seen 2 Croatian caps in close attendance. might catch the goalkeeper unawares. Now, from that sort of a distance, bit acute, it was unlikely he was going to beat Shibladze. Who looks up, wonders where he can pop this one. Well, it is down into what we would call an inside right channel. And Croatian number 9, Imashvili, finds his man, but this time it's the opposition goalkeeper who spoons it away to safety. Also the number 13 as well for Croatia, Toni Popadic, starting ahead of Marko Bijac. Great throw out, big chance for Croatia here to establish a 3-1 lead. It's direct at goal. Well saved once again. You have to admire these goalkeepers who are standing tall right now. That time foiling Velic. Georgia looking to get back at 2-2. Might do it as well. Yes, they do. Lovely, lovely goal from Georgia, which gets the subs on their feet, and the final flourish came from Verpensky for the second time, so he's got 2 out of 2. I think Verpensky has emerged as one of the real stars of this tournament. He's going off for a cool down, if that's the right expression, on a warm day. So he has a replacement in the pool now. Niko Shushiashvili's come on in his place as we restart at 2 apiece. Match again living up to all the build-up, all the hype. High fives on the bench for the goal scorer, the last goal scorer. But it is Croatia again. They used up their 30 seconds. They were unable to find a goal as the sun beams down again on the pool, the Alfred Hayes National Swimming Stadium here in Budapest. A country, of course, Hungary, which has been long established in the sport, dominant for over 60 years. You have to go back, almost halfway back in the pool, before trying to come up with a shot from somewhere. Trading the passes nicely. Got to get it into a central shooting position, you feel here. Might come from the flank, unlikely. There's a man in a centre-forward position inside the 2-metre rule. They've got to stick outside that 5-metre mark. And the interception is good for Croatia. And off they go again, very quickly out of the tracks to get to the other end of the pool and try and find a third goal, which would give Croatia the lead back again. Initially they take their time. Now they had some impetus through Zuvela. Foul on Marinic. Looks like a promising position, this one, for Croatia. Very promising. Yeah, you don't keep them out from that sort of short range. And once again, for the Croatian side, it is Marko Zuvela. He's scored in every single match now. And it restores the Croatian lead to 3-2. So they've led 1-0, 2-1, and now 3-2. Funny old game for the goalkeepers, who have to fend everything away and every now and again get beaten and dig the ball back out of the water, out of the net. The former world record holders, gold medal winners twice, are in the lead. The ball in the hands there of Betanza. Georgia come again with Vapensky. He's quickly back in the action. Didn't have much of a breather, did he? Certainly one of their key men. They look to him, Boris Vapensky. Here he is again. Better looking move this from Georgia. Accuracy of pass without question. Accuracy of shot, lucky because it hit the upright and then came back off one of the opposition The Croatian players in it, off the back and straight to the goalkeeper, Popovic. They can move forward menacingly in possession here. Several options on for Croatia now as they look to establish a 2-goal cushion. They lead 3-2. Oh, that was to try and make it 4-2. No joy this time. Still 5 goals scored. Still in the first quarter of the match. 30-odd seconds to go of it. And if Georgia score, well, we'll be perfectly set up for the second quarter. They've got to get the shot in. Once again, goalkeeper Popovic equal to that. Well, they've still got a few seconds left in which to come up with a 4th goal. They'll certainly have the opportunity to fire one in on the goalkeeper. Clock really ticking down, however, 10 seconds. Got to be quick now, down to 6 seconds. Will he go for goal himself? He will, but now foiled. Decent block, and we are going to get to the quarter mark of this contest with the Croatians in the lead by 3 goals to 2. And there on your screen, it is the caption that tells you the way it's going. It's going Croatia's way. 3-2 ahead. One of the really excellent goals we've seen here in Budapest from 31-year-old Boris Vapensky, whose 2 goals today have moved him on to 10 in the championship, one of the leading goal scorers. And there's a good response with a Kharkiv goal for Croatia. Vapensky's double. Short-range goal from Bukic. We've had one from Zuvela as well. 16 shots in the match so far, with the better shot efficiency, Georgia's 33%. So we're all set to go for sprint number 2. The 2 teams still playing the same way that they were from the onset. They change over at the halfway point of the match. The hooter, so no more coaching to be done just yet. Croatia looking to Kharkov there, a man who scored in all 3 matches. Actually played for Russia at one stage of his career before moving out of that country to Croatia and getting permission to play in these World Championships. Just about set, and here we go again. Still Croatia in the blue caps, possibly favourites to get to this ball first. Yes, they do. A little flip back there. Nicely done by the lead Bukic. Croatia with a slender advantage at 3-2. Looking to make it a 4-2 scoreline in this first attack of the second quarter. Once again, fencing for some space in the pool to find a shot which will for certain find the net. Well, there was the final effort, and it eluded the fingertips of the goalkeeper. So no corner. Georgia's goalkeeper, Nicolas Shubladze, is 28 now. He plays for the Kotor club in Montenegro. So Georgia's first attack of the second quarter, which has already run for almost a minute. This is the man. There's an attempted ball from Imnashvili. Still a big chance here for Georgia to level things up once more. Question of finding the right moment, and that moment was found by the number 11 of Georgia, Fabio Baraldi. It's even Steven again at 3-3. He looked quizzically actually towards the referee there, as though he felt as though the whistle might go against him. There's no offside in water polo. No timeouts called yet. Well, I think there's a few words there being spoken between one of the referees and the coach on the Croatian side. Three apiece it is. Croatia, latest to threaten. Oh, it's squeezed through. The goalkeeper's going to be disappointed for the first time here, because the Croatian number 9, Jako Marinic, has managed to squirt this one past the goalkeeper into the net, and Croatia has the lead again. Let's have a look at it. Just eludes him. It comes back off his shoulder, actually, I think. So disappointment for the Georgian goalkeeper, and Jako Marinic Kragic, to give him his full title, has restored Croatia's advantage at 4-3. Still in the fairly early stages of the second quarter, but a match that's produced 7 goals. The previous match here today was a thriller as well. Japan going down to Montenegro by the odd goal. But it's Croatia's opportunity now to get a 2-goal lead. I certainly won't put that beyond them from this platform that they've given themselves. 2 centre forwards being kept at bay at the moment. So it goes into the wider position for Vukicevic. Yeah, that's a super finish. Whoa, with a flourish as well. The applause led on the sidelines there for absolutely a brilliant strike. So corker from Kharkov. Kharkov's second of the 5 now pocketed by Croatia to extend their lead to 5-3. First time either side has enjoyed a 2-goal advantage. Well, they enjoyed that. Probably the most familiar colours in world sport, Croatia's tablecloths, the red and white squares. On the whistle, they'll restart. With the onus on Georgia to try and hit back. In the World League match last year, Georgia did beat Japan 13-12, which was a big feather in their caps on their way here. They finished 8th as hosts in that particular tournament, and they're in with a shout here. We have some back stretching to do, testing all those muscles. Croatia having to defend here, might and main, against this latest opportunity. And it's kept out, it's wide of the mark. No joy there for the number 9 in Nashvili, one of so many members of the Dinamo Tbilisi club. So to the other end of the pool quite quickly. Can Croatia get a 3-goal advantage? That's what they're hoping for here, but not with a shot as right as that one. fired way over the top by the number 8, Zuvela. The ball is in the hands of the Georgia goalkeeper. Still Shabladze. Then from Vapensky, across to the other side of the pool to Yetatsa. Then it's Imnashvili twice. Loses out though. The ball was not a good one to Imnashvili, as a result of which there is a steal, as we call it in this sport. Just over half of the second quarter remaining. By the time they finish this move, we will be halfway through the second quarter. 5 seconds away from that moment. Bang on 4 minutes to go now, as Croatia size up their options. They're not allowed to take the ball underwater in a move like that until it is lost by Croatia. Georgia's turn to come out. They'd like to be level again by half-time, which means they've got to score twice now in 3.5 minutes. The ball is with Ivnashvili. And one of the players has lost his cap. I'm not quite sure what happens there, but this is wide. They need to find him a new cap. Croatia's next attack. Rare occurrence, that. First time I've seen a cap come off here in Budapest. Decent opportunity once again for Croatia to get even further ahead, and that's exactly what they do. That's a fabulous goal. Goal number 7 for Croatia this afternoon, scored this time by Andrej Basic. It's his 5th of the tournament, following that hat-trick against Germany and the one he scored against Greece. Actually plays in Greece for his club side. But Basic on the mark today for the first time takes Croatia 6-3 clear. Spectacular strike as well. And they found a new cap for the player who lost his. I hope they got the right number on. There he is, number 10. Vapensky. As he gets his cap, he swims to the sidelines because we've got a timeout now. Called by Georgia.
Hey, one block I need from the position one.
Leave one to shoot, please.
One block I need!
Leave him to shoot from one. We want this.
Then, okay guys, when we play 4, why we don't send the ball on the 4? Why we send for the worst position 1 right-handed? What we do, hey guys, this is the problem. Now we start to play like we play against, I don't know, Laguna. Hey, this is Croatia, this is World Championship. To the end, discipline, play. I need a fucking block! Sandro!
Well, that was to the point, I would have said. Very much to the point. And you wouldn't argue with the coach of Georgia, Dejan Stanojevic. He's not happy about the way his team is performing at the moment. Not just about their trail 6-3, but the way they're going about their business. Let's see how they respond. Stand up and be men, I think, was roughly the message. He's urging them on vociferously from the sidelines now. They certainly need the next goal, but they've spurned that opportunity by taking too long. You've only got 30 seconds in which to find space to get a shot through. Then the ball is handed over to the opposition. That's why Croatia are ploughing forward in numbers here, all trying to get up in this attack, apart from the goalkeeper, of course, who stays back. If they get to 7-3, you really have to fancy the 2-time world champions. First of all, he has to fend away the opponents, and then the angle is too acute for him. Fired well wide on that occasion by Vukicevic. Won a bronze medal in Gwangju 3 years ago. This is better from Georgia. The immediate pass was collected. And although he's fouled, it means that Georgia still have the chance to get more players up. led there by Vapensky. Numbers 10 and 12, much to the fore in this move. Got to shoot now, and he does. It's a goal for Georgia. The coach will be much happier about that. Dusan Vasic on the score sheet for the 5th time in the championships. Narrows the gap to 4-6. And really at the heart of that move was Vapensky again. That's been their outstanding performer. Well, you can hear a lot of shouting, I'm sure, in the outdoor pool here in Budapest. Croatia still 2 goals to the good, though. Looking to re-establish that 3-goal lead. All the question of when they get the shot through. Choosing the right player to do so. Well, it's gone through about 5 pairs of hands, but thumps against the upright. So the chance was lost there for Marinic. 5 different Croatian players on the score sheet today. Just 3 for Georgia. One of the reasons their coach isn't at all happy at the moment. But if they can get it back to just a deficit of 1 here, would have pleased their coach more. Ale, I think he's saying. Get the ball forward into the other half. With the goalkeeper to start with, Shubladze. Big chance now. Yeah, taken from there. Never much doubt that he would find the net, and he pumps the air in celebration, does Ivan Krapic. Still they have a 3-goal lead. Krapic's first of this match, is 9th in all, though. Scored 5 times against Japan, 3 against Germany, but this is a new opponent conceding to Ivan Krapic. And Georgia are 4-7 down now. So that coach will be having even more words with his team in about 30 seconds' time. Joy for Ivan Krapic, the 6'4" silver medalist in Rio. Gold in Budapest in 2017. Croatia in command. But with 12 seconds to go, it's Georgia who might get one back. Need to find the net sharply now. He'll go for goal, and it's off the top of the crossbar. So I think we're going to reach the halfway point of this match with Croatia firmly in the lead at 7-4. Yes, we are. That's it. The 2 teams will, en masse, take to the centre of the pool again, on the pool deck. But it's been another good session for Croatia. The red and whites are in the lead. Georgia 4, Croatia 7 is the way it's going halfway through this contest. Might be a more free-scoring match than the previous game we saw here earlier this afternoon, in which Montenegro defeated Japan, but very narrowly. Just some of the highlights of this match so far for you. Eastern Europe very heavily represented here with the likes of Georgia and Croatia and Montenegro and Serbia, and it will be Serbia that the winners of this encounter face in the quarterfinals. Obviously the host nation Hungary here too, trying to do their best to get on the podium at the end of the week. We're halfway through this round of 16 match, with Croatia slightly the favourites, edging out Georgia at the moment with a 3-goal lead. These are the stats, and 4 goals for Georgia from 11 shots that have rained in on the Croatian keeper. They've had 18 shots, of which 7 have been successful. So the better attack is definitely the Croatian attack at the moment. Well, that was a moment where Boris Vapensky lost his cap. That's a rarity. And he was allowed to carry on until they found a replacement. Eventually recovered. We await the resumption there. Shushiashvili, just one of the players who's been out there most of the time for Georgia. They come out with a 3-goal deficit to make up, and they'd like to start by getting to the ball first. The 2 teams have switched ends now, the 2 coaching teams switching ends as well. So a good look on the sprint. Just about set to go. Here we are. This one might be very close. It was very close. 2 hands disputed it. But Croatia grabbed the ball. Not crucial, but it just gives them a chance to get forward and to find what would be an 8th goal on the afternoon. The defence has to be spread eagle though, and the spread of the hand was not good enough there for retention of the possession for Croatia by Loran Fatovic. Could be something at the other end for Georgia. Now he'll move into the centre. Croatia trying to mask the defences here. Still a Georgian attack, which could be productive. Had to control the ball first. Took him a second to do that. Now he's involved for a 3rd time. And a flailing arm there. Not good enough for Georgia on that occasion, and they failed to make a breakthrough. And they really can't afford to go 4 goals behind, which is the ambition of this Croatian attack. In the hands of Konstantin Karkov, who's been excellent with a couple of goals already. Karkov again. On the left hand, he's absolutely lethal, Konstantin Karkov. It's the Croatians who are moving sharply and firmly ahead and with a further goal there, 8-4, but it's a hat-trick for Karkov. And they've always been ahead when he has scored. He was the top scorer in the 2020 European Championships, but for Russia, I say he switched allegiance of country. But, they're very happy to have him in Croatia, who defend now. Well, he's been invited to go all the way there, Shushiashvili. Can't keep the shot down, though. Croatia's number 13, Toni Popadic from Vike Jug. He's set in motion another attack which looks promising to say the least. Oh, brilliant save. Absolutely brilliant save from Razmaddi. Back guarding the net. Sorry, Shubladze. More menace from Croatia down the flank. They're capable of scoring goals from all quarters. Tipped against the upright, this one. The longer ball was good to the far post. Because of the events in the pool there, it's going to be a Croatian penalty. So a big chance for them to beat that goalkeeper Shubladze again. Man with the ball in hand is Konstantin Karkov, who's had a very good day so far. Scored to make it 2-1, scored to make it 5-3, scored to make it 8-4. And now with the penalty, it rattles the net, and Croatia move 9-4 ahead. Consecutive goals in the match for Konstantin Karkov. And it's not yet an unassailable lead, but it's an imposing one. No matter how good a goalkeeper, it's tough to keep those out. All down to accuracy. They do save quite a lot of penalties. Well, Georgia started the match probably as underdogs, and that's the rightful position for them, I think. But they may get another goal here. There was a long pause before play resumed. With the Georgian opportunity out on the ramp flank in the left hand. That's why you get so many goals. Sizing it up, setting it up, but not scoring. Well, the Croatian coach is a hard taskmaster, but his players have really responded to those words. Oh, brilliant stop. He just tipped it aside. Only just squirted outside of the uprights. So this will be a corner for Croatia. Once they've retrieved the ball, the clock stops. Still 4 minutes and 49 seconds of this third phase of the contest to go through. And still about 30 seconds here in which to set up another goal, which would take Croatia into double figures should they manage that. Might try and catch them unawares early. It wasn't the best of passes on that occasion from Karkov. Georgia moving ahead with Saric. Plowing his way through the water, but the goalkeeper comes and grabs this one. Clear to see what was intended with the pass forward, the long pass. A lot of shouting going on between goalkeeper and the players ahead of him in the pool. They look as though they might find a shooting chance very quickly here, Croatia, with gaps being created in the Georgian defence. Timeout called. Timeout called by Croatia. Now we'll see if the lecture is a little more muted. Taking it sitting down now.
Žuvela, skok stativa. Jere vani, vrli na prvoj stativi, Luka unutra. Na krilo, Lolo vani. Nulu, dvojku da. Počinjemo sa Kostom, malo. Kosta! Čekamo kretnju jedne i druge stative i aktivni smo po gol, Luka. Pa ako nije, pa ponovno i onda Jere prilazimo. Jere! Ajmo, dečki, ajmo, Kosta! Ajmo da gol!
Well, they do get their message across. Noticeable, by the way, that indeed we were correct in saying that Croatia's Rino Buric is suspended from this match. So although he was named on the team list, he is not figuring. The number 2 of Croatia committed 7 fouls already in the championship. This one, we're into the third quarter of the match, which has 3 minutes 45 seconds to run, and Croatia are looking for another goal here. Not to be this time. They're still just short of double figures, and the ball will hopefully move to the other end of the pool quite quickly, but they've got to get there first. No easy pass option there for Georgia as they move out with Vapensky. Slightly better looking move, more concerted. Well, they've had plenty of time to work it out. There was a deliberate foul committed there on Saric, who's in the possession again here now. Saric. They go for goal. Well, once again, that central defence of Croatia stands firm. They've conceded just 4 goals in 3 quarters of the match so far. Well, we're in the third quarter, but they've conceded only 4 times, which is a very good ratio indeed. They'd be happy to keep it to 4 at the end of the day as well. Just 1 goal per quarter. And it is Croatia again looking for goal number 10. Deliberate foul committed there. A brilliant save once again, a really necessary save from the Georgian goalkeeper. There's Madzi, who's come back into the pool now, replacing Shubladze. They have alternated the position quite frequently during the course of the half an hour of play, but we've not quite had yet, not far off. Again, it's Croatia asking the questions, though. They just seem to summon up the better opportunities for themselves. Finish off better as well. You feel there's definitely a goal on the cards this time. Finds the man out there. You knew it was coming. You just knew it was coming. His arm is raised as well. The fist is pumped by Jako Marinic, who's having a splendid tournament. It's 2 goals for him today, doubling his tally for the tournament. And Croatia do move into double figures at 10-4 ahead. It's a tall order for Georgia to come back from this. Even their most animated supporter, who sits just in front of me, has been muted today by comparison with the first match, certainly, where Georgia beat Brazil. He was never off his feet. I think he knows his team is second best this afternoon. Under the sun in Budapest. Lovely prospect. Too long on this pass as well from Shushiashvili. Not been able to find his best form today. Croatia's goaltender is Popadic. You can call them goaltenders, goalkeepers, just goalies if you want. Nobody seems to mind. Croatia might mind how many goals they get. Looking to add to the tally again. Good block this time. Croatia actually gone past 50 goals in the championship with the tally of 10 this afternoon. Again, you hear every shout in the pool. You'll hear a Georgian shout if they can pop this one into the net from range. That's the ambition. Not yet the outcome. Well, they lost the ascendancy there, Georgia, and I'm afraid that's been the story of their afternoon, as he would tell you, and acknowledge the Georgian coach, Stanojevic, pacing up and down on the pool deck. 14 seconds remaining on this play. 2 hands of the referee raised again. Still they fence for position. Queuing up almost. There's the shot. Good block. on that occasion from Georgia's number 2, Adishvili. And there, the longer ball, it'll hold up in the water. But there's no further time because we've had our third quarter here. And at 4:15 in the afternoon, Croatia appear to be heading into a quarter-final place. The one coach is calm, the other, well, less than happy. Croatia would appear to be moving smoothly forward to the last 8 on the back of a 10-4 advantage. They've been stronger in all departments today, have Croatia, living up to their billing, the two-time gold medalists in the World Championships. They beat Hungary 8-6 in that 2017 final in this pool, getting off to a great start in that match. They didn't let Hungary settle. And they also took 5th place at last year's Olympic Games in Tokyo by beating the United States of America. So they are among the favourites here. And they are 3/4 of the way to finishing the job. "27 shots they've summoned and 10 they've converted. So a 37% efficiency rate as opposed to the 27% of Georgia's, created by just 4 goals from 15 attempts. So the players take up their positions once again aside the the goalposts, ready to sprint for that objective of the yellow ball. Yellow, blue, pink, orange, whatever you want to call it. All set to go for Georgia is Nika Shushiashvili. Difficult to keep a straight line. So 2 players are slightly ahead of the rest. And it is Shushiashvili who may get there first on this one. And he did. I thought he did, just a fingertip ahead of the opponent. Well, that's a bit of encouragement for Georgia. Winning that sprint to Croatia's previous 3. But it is Croatia who are already back in possession of the ball. The number 13 goalkeeper still is Popadic. Croatia are already in double figures. Would like to add maybe another 3 or 4 in this last quarter. In some of the earlier matches we were seeing 7 and 8 goals scored late on. Croatia stalled for the time being, and balked again by the block there from Vapensky. To have any hope at all, Georgia need to score the first goal of this quarter. Still 6 goals adrift. Very much second favourites. They're giving a pretty good account of themselves overall here in Budapest. The ball is hurled from one side of the pool to the other, then back into a central position, and again. Oh, that was a great effort on the angle. They've pulled it back to 5-10. The left-handed effort is from Shushiashvili. Really good goal there for Georgia. It's Shushiashvili's first of this afternoon. Sort of halves the deficit now to 5-10. He's had 7 goals, the man from Belgrade. Maybe a bit too little too late, but who knows. A little under 7 minutes remaining of the contest. On yet another gorgeous day in the Hungarian capital. We've seen a lot of dynamic action in this pool. Can we see a bit more from Croatia? They'll feel as though they just need one more goal to settle it, really, once and for all. He drifts to his right, he lobs it to the left. Angle too acute initially. And again. Well, a decent save made by the number 1 of Georgia, who is Irakli Razmadze, who's back out there from Dinamo Tbilisi. It was straight at him, to be fair. You need to find a part of the net where the goalkeeper can't get to it. And it's Georgia looking for that find at the moment. Well, there's a lot of shouting, but there's an interception. Still Georgia struggling to make as much impact as they would like in the pool today. A great experience for their players to come here to Budapest and to compete. The European leagues are very strong. Just Croatia asking the questions. Coming up with most of the answers as well, but not on this occasion, as the ball is lost and it's flicked back to Razmadze. Only the 1 goal scored in this 4th and final quarter so far, and it was by Georgia, by Nika Shushviashvili. Timeout called by Georgia.
Jela. Sandro. Druga stativa. Igramo četvorku. Budi na jedinici 2 metra, budi spreman, gledaj vapa, gledaj loptu. Ti si na 2. Četvorku igramo. Četvorku. Je okej? Na 3. Sandro, štangazi, dobro.
Well, he's much calmer now, but he was certainly very unhappy earlier. Most of his words, though, directed at Shushiashvili and Jovan Saric. Let's see if they have any effect. Play will resume with a Georgian attack. Funny how the coaches work out who they want to have the ball and who's going to score the goals even. Can they do so here? Yes, they can. Very good goal. Beautiful setup, lovely patterns created there to get the Georgian flag waving once again. And the scorer this time is Saric. Jovan Saric, the 31-year-old. New scorer today, and that would certainly have pleased the coach because he had an impact with his words. They've scored the only 2 goals of this quarter, so they're just 4 adrift now, having been 6 behind. Hope springs eternal, even though we are moving towards a conclusion. A little over half of the last quarter remaining. I reiterate, Croatia probably need 1 more goal. Where is this goal coming from? Maybe there. Good enough. 11-6. And that is the moment they've been seeking. And the final flourish came from Marco Zuvela. He just knew that that's what they were queuing up to perform. And Zuvela, with his 2nd goal, stretches Croatia 5 clear again. So that half-hearted comeback in some ways has probably fizzled out now from Georgia. They trail 11-6 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the match remaining. Well, we have seen 5 goals scored in that time, but probably unlikely today against a team as efficient as Croatia. I would say it's been an efficient without being a breathtaking performance from the favourites, who can certainly get better. Once again, you hear every shout in the pool, every shout of encouragement. Big chance here for Georgia to make the scoreline more respectable. Somebody's got to take the shot on, whether it's a lob or a longer throw like that one. Well created, but not quite finished from the white cap of Budapest. And they could be vulnerable to a counter-attack here from Croatia. We've moved inside the 4-minute mark, and he's surely vulnerable now. Yes, that's good enough. Croatia are marching on to the quarter-finals, led there by Loren Fatovic. Goalkeeper left helpless. Another Fatovic survivor from 2017 here in Budapest. His first goal today, however. Doesn't matter who scores them, does it? Croatia have pocketed 12 now to Georgia's 6 and re-established their hold on the contest, which has 3.5 minutes to run. Georgia 6, Croatia 12. Again, he feigns the shot. And it's into the net. It is another one for Georgia. In fact, it was ruled out. The whistle had gone, so it looked like they were going to move on to 7, but it was cancelled out. The ball was transferred quickly up pool. Shouts of encouragement still coming from the Georgian coach. You can hear him shouting the individual names of the players he wants in the action. So much training goes in, so much practice, perfecting routines. So if they don't all come off. Once again foiled. Croatia building up a head of steam to try and find just one more goal. Not getting greedy, but we are going to have a Croatian penalty. So they could be about to move 13-6 clear, provided Jako Marinic does the business. On the whistle, right-handed. Giving the ball back for the moment. I think they're just having a check on this one. Yeah, it still holds as the decision. It is a penalty shot for Croatia. And it is another goal to the tally. Jako Marinic equal to the task. And Croatia are moving ever closer to that quarter-final spot, thanks to Marinic's hat-trick today. 13-6 is the score. It's been almost a routine victory for them. Once they got going in this game, they scored the first goal of the match. Georgia managed to keep it all square at 2-2 and 3-3. But it's been downhill for them ever since. Croatia definitely underlining the build-up to this as the favourites. Still a lot of fouls being committed in order to balk the opposition. But there must be a shooting chance coming soon for Georgia here. There was, and that's a fully extended left arm from the goalkeeper. Once again, well played by Toni Popadic. Well, we still have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining of this contest. He's still not a happy man, the Georgian coach, and a timeout called by Croatia. But it would be a major miracle now for Georgia to come back to win this.
ok? Znači ti ćeš sa trojke ući unutra, Jere se raširi tamo. Kosta, ok? Dijagonalno, na prvu stativu, Krapo ti igraš ovaj trokut ovdje. Trojku radimo, Jere. Ajde.
I think the prime objective is to defend the net. Don't let any more in, and they are through to a quarter-final meeting with Serbia. What a match that would prove to be, I'm sure. Shushiashvili has been excluded from the match now after a sequence of 3 fouls. Happens quite regularly, that. Coming into this game, he'd only committed 2 fouls in the previous 3 matches. It's been a bit hot for him today out there. So both sides have actually 12 players to choose from now. The Croatian number 2, Rino Buric, was banned from playing today. But it's still 6 against 6 in the pool. Georgia trying to find a late consolation goal. Once again foiled. Did that one cross the line? That's the big question. Let's have a look at this one. Goalkeeper well beaten. But the scoreboard is remaining unchanged for the moment. I'll just check this one. Player Dusan Vasic, hoping for the goal to be awarded him. So there is a VR decision to be made here. The referee with the ball there. And a good look at all those videos before we get the verdict. You probably hear a cheer from the crowd or a groan from the crowd, depending on which way this verdict goes. And it is goal given, so Georgia has one back, and it's 7-13. Dusan Vasic credited with that goal. But rather too little, you fear, for Georgia, who have a lot of work still to do in the remaining 25 seconds of this contest. I think the only question may be, can Croatia summon up one more goal? They're the ones with the opportunity. It's been a pretty comprehensive victory, in fairness. But they've not made it because the ball is in the hands of the Georgian goalkeeper. And I think everybody knows that the clock is showing a mere couple of seconds to go. And so that's the way it's going to end, with Georgia having scored 7, Croatia 13. Comfortable victory for Croatia then, the 2-time gold medal winners in the World Championships. And they were never really in trouble once they started firing on all cylinders, maybe partway through the first section of the match, where they first scored consecutive goals. 5-3 and 6-3 they went. 7-4, and from that moment there was no way back for Georgia. So you would call it a satisfactory performance, I think, from the winners here in Budapest 5 years ago. Georgia finding their level maybe a little bit today. Their coach very unhappy at one point, more than vociferous. And we apologise if there was any bad language in there. So the sound effects microphones picked up at that stage. But it is Croatia who move on into the quarter-finals. They'll come up against old foes in Serbia. So the mere statistics showed 7 goals off 22 shots for Georgia, 13 goals from 34 attempts from the dominant Croatian side. Not a bad shot efficiency rate of 38%. One Georgian player, Shushiashvili, was excluded from the match in the last quarter. Croatia won 3 of the 4 sprints and committed more personal fouls, but they affected more steals as well, 8-6, and have more blocks, 5-3. Those are the statistics of this second match. There are 2 more to come here as we move onwards at the water polo program in Budapest. So it was a 20-goal match, the majority going to Croatia. There's always a player of the match award. And it's not a surprise that it's the Croatian goalkeeper Toni Popadic who picks up the award today. The goalkeeping has been truly outstanding in just about every match we've seen in both women's and men's events here in Budapest. But the Croatian supporters are very happy because their team has moved on to a meeting with Serbia in the quarterfinals, and that's one not to miss for sure. And they continue to amass the goals. The young man there's got a souvenir in the ball, I fancy. Well, he's a football fan, Luka Modric. Croatia have had a very routine passage so far. Well, they were held to an 8-all draw by Greece first match, but since then they've defeated Germany and Japan and Georgia today. So it's still all looking good for the Croatian side. But a really big test to come for them against Serbia next time out. By week's time we will be through to the quarterfinals of the competition in the 19th FINA World Championships of 2022. For now, it's goodbye from the pool.